Arena standing by with FlyQuest support.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, here with Lemonation from FlyQuest. You guys are playing so much in terms of stuff that seems random, and I always pinned you as a meta drafter or a tier list drafter where you would draft, what was powerful for the metagame. And now it just seems like Jarvan, Kindred, Evelynn, Blitzcrank, Mordekaiser, you guys are pulling stuff out. So have I just pinned you guys wrong, or what happened with your style in terms of draft?
Well, I think it's very important to be able to play the meta and always be able to play the top, tier champions. But I think at least the teams I've been on have always been kind of the first teams to pull out like new shit. And I think a lot of the time...
So you make your own meta.
I think that's important as well. Like, there's no way they have ever played against Mordekaiser, this team. They have no idea what to do against it, and it showed, so.
Well, that's sick. I want to ask you as well about your preparation coming into these matchups, because you guys went 0-2 in week 5, first time that the FlyQuest lineup had actually lost both of their matchups, and you guys had a break week. And I kind of, heard that you guys are a pretty chill team. You didn't really care about expectations or anything like that coming in. So what was your team philosophy on that break week, and how did you guys spend it?
Well, we definitely were playing badly in scrims before the 0-2 week, and even after we were playing badly for a while, but eventually we pulled it together for this weekend, so I think we're doing a lot better now than we have been in the past 3-4 weeks. And we took a few days off on the weekend, so that was nice.
Nice. So you guys actually got a weekend to yourself, and now you guys come back. You end up winning the first match here, looking for 2-0, but it's up against Cloud9 again. Last time didn't go the way that you guys wanted it to. So how do you think about that previous matchup against Cloud9, and what do you think about for this one coming up?
Cloud9 still looks extremely strong. Like, they also played badly last week. They went 0-2 as well, but I feel like they're going to be possibly the best team, so I think it's going to be really hard again. And last time we played them, it was really close, and I hope we'll be able to kind of pull it out and beat them. It'll be nice to play them again.
Yeah, absolutely. Up against your former lane partner in Sneaky. How do you think he's been playing recently?
I mean, Sneaky always plays pretty consistently, so yeah.
All right, well, good luck against Cloud9, and, now they've seen the Mordekaiser, so what else have you got? Hopefully, you guys end up taking that win for yourself. Thank you so much for the interview, Lemonation. And now we're going to throw it over to the desk to close that one out.
Thank you very much, Zyrene. FlyQuest coming away with another victory. Could have been hard fought on this one. We heard Lemon talking about how scrims were kind of back and forth before and even after the break week, but they moved themselves to 7-4, also in a week where they have to face Cloud9. So that's a good win to get there. Now they can focus on the next match. But looking at the team comp coming into this again, they actually drew a Mord ban, then we're able to get it. FlyQuest doing their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about between Game 2 and Game 3, like, I don't know if that Mord ban was worth it. I guess FlyQuest showing that it was worth it in a sense, though I gotta say, in a sense, I didn't really like the draft overall. I didn't like the Nautilus early pick and then flexing it into a bad matchup against Rumble and then ending up with a super magic damage heavy team comp with a bunch of losing lanes.
Yeah, I generally thought that FlyQuest didn't have a great draft, and it largely depended on their bot lane being able to go even and their top lane getting pressure from Moon. And both of the things happened. Moon was able to flank, kill top lane, and then bot lane happened, and Karma blew Flash at level 1. And so they had no pressure, like, closing into tower.
But looking at how it should have worked, we see Envy's composition should have actually taken the lanes away from FlyQuest in the early game.
Right, and I think it was just a lot of mistakes on Envy's part where I don't know why your Karma is walking through mid-river to try and drop a ward on the enemy side. That's really dangerous to do versus a Blitzcrank. Generally speaking, the standard play versus the Blitzcrank is kind of ward up your entrances, make sure you can't cheese your jungler, hook camps away, that kind of annoying stuff, and then go to lane and bully him because he's not a great laner. The fact that they lose the flash on the Karma for no reason hurts a ton. You start losing out there, and then once again, once Seraph dies that first time, it gives Balls a lot of breathing room.
The game looked pretty good all the way up to 15 minutes. It was a perfect game, 5-0 at that point. We see Balls here, solo kills for himself, more play out for Fly as they just continue to take turrets. The team's on the bottom side of the map, and this is where FlyQuest kind of just had Envy running, scrambled, fights in the top lane, and turrets are just being given away.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Like, the bot lane was resetting. Usually when someone's making a 3-man push onto your turret, you're doing something on the flip side of the map. Instead, it's Seraph getting soloed out by Balls, who I guess Seraph stayed too long, and then Envy decides, all right, instead of reacting to that push in the bot lane, we're going to try and punish Balls going for that solo kill. So, FlyQuest is going to be able to take 2 turrets while they fail to punish the Balls solo kill on the top side. Envy was just kind of a mess this game.
And remember what I said in the last analyst test portion about Envy? Like, it feels like their solo laners are very volatile in terms of like skill, and their solo laners started 0-5 this game.
Yeah, it was like what 0-2 top and like 0-3 mid or something.
Something crazy.
Something crazy like that. But I think you can give some shade to the bot lane for the fact that they did lose that flash level 1 and then couldn't pressure the Blitzcrank Mordekaiser really at all.
Absolutely. So with that game coming to an end, honors of player of the game is going to go over to Balls on Nautilus with an honorable mention to Mordragon.
Yeah, I think
such a great job.
You might be able to give Mordragon a little bit more credit, but as it's not a champion or player in the game, it's kind of hard to really give him too much credit.
Maybe had some more impact than some champions in the game.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Balls did play pretty well, survived the matchup, coordinated well with Moon, and then after that, the game was kind of a stomp, so you could really give it to a lot of members.
Yeah, it was almost a perfect game. Like, it's really hard to say because it means that the other team must have dropped the ball very hard.
And I kind of want to get you guys' take on what Lemon said in the beginning of that interview was, it is important to play the meta, but kind of how important when we see FlyQuest able to do these things, or Echo Fox kind of create their own as well?
I would say FlyQuest might be a little too far on the not playing the meta side. Like, this is getting a little crazy, but we've seen them play against FlyQuest and even TSM and C9. They played games where they played the meta and actually did really well. So I think they're showing that they can play the meta enough that this might be seen almost as an experimentation phase for them, where they're more concerned about finding out all these crazy things that can work. So when you head into a best of 5 against them, you have no idea what to do.
I think playing off meta is fine, but you just need a good plan to play off meta. Like, let's say your plan is to play off something like Fizz. Well, then let's make sure the mid lane matchup is really good, and that you have the support necessary to make Fizz go off.
And then you need like a wave clear AD carry or something.
Right. So when C9 played Fizz this season, they had the Shen top to cover the Fizz's initiation, and it was against a Syndra matchup, a really good matchup for Fizz. And I think those are like the necessary ingredients you need to make something off meta. A lot of times I feel like FlyQuest plays off meta to play off meta, and that's not necessarily the best thing I want to see.
Just seeing like if these ingredients work, if it does, it's a taster's choice. We'll bring it to dinner next time. Well, that wraps up this series, but there is one more, or there's more league action on the way, I should say. There's a few more. After the break, we return with Phoenix 1 versus Team Dignitas. Do not go anywhere.
Circle. Seraph can't join. Balls can't either, so it's going to be the 4v4 at bats. There we go, the hook in. Look at the burst. David Ninja's gone at the very start, and Alltech is tanking the front lines.
It's party time. Here comes Balls as well.
It's a blanket party for Seraph. He just walks in. Look at that hook, though. Shockwave is in. Lemon Nation sets it up 5-0. Gonna grab more of this one. High just stays alive with the summoner heal, and there comes all the kills. The double for Alltech's Mordekaiser. Apollo stuck inside on the fountain. And the turrets are gone. The game's going to be over. FlyQuest going to take this one home. The Ghost of Ninja to hold them back. And there's the GG. 2-1. FlyQuest take the win over Envy. Mordekaiser undefeated.